Welcome to your AI deep dive. We're going to unpack all the trends and the latest developments you sent our way.
It's a really fascinating time.
Yeah, it is. It's a
It's an
very
exciting time for AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to give you that cheat sheet to what's really exciting in the AI space right now, and we're covering a lot of ground.
Absolutely.
So from mind-blowing models and practical tools you can actually use
Yeah.
to like the actual hardware powering all of this AI magic.
Yeah, the advancements in the hardware are pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
For sure.
Let's jump right in with a look at some of the open source breakthroughs that have got everybody talking.
Yeah.
And one that really caught my eye is DeepSeek R1.
Okay.
And it's turning heads because it's managed to achieve some pretty impressive speed and size reductions.
Yeah.
Up to 80% smaller in some cases.
Wow.
Which means it could potentially run on devices that wouldn't have been able to handle this kind of AI power before.
It does that through a technique called quantization.
It's a bit like compressing a file, on your computer.
Oh, okay.
You're essentially shrinking the size of the model without losing too much of that information.
Gotcha.
So that makes it faster and more efficient.
So this DeepSeek is like the pocket rocket ready to bring AI to the masses.
Well, that's the idea.
Okay.
But there's a catch.
Okay.
DeepSeek has some security vulnerabilities,
Oh.
particularly with potential data exposure.
Okay.
And there are also some concerns about SQL injection risks, especially in their iOS app.
Oh, wow.
It's a good reminder that we need to be careful about balancing that accessibility
Oh, yeah.
with security.
It's a good point. It reminds us that we can't just get caught up in the excitement of the technology, but we also need to be mindful of potential risks as well.
There.
So for those of you exploring open source AI out there, remember to prioritize security and do your research before you dive in head first.
Now, switching gears a little bit
Okay.
to AI models that are all about advanced reasoning. And this is where things get really mind-blowing.
Okay.
Imagine a model that can not only solve geometry problems, but do it better than humans who've trained for years.
That's hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
It is. It's called Alpha Geometry 2.
Oh, wow.
And it's proving that AI can tackle complex reasoning in ways we just never thought possible.
So think about what that means for fields like architecture,
Exactly.
engineering.
Yeah.
We could use AI to design buildings that are more structurally sound,
Transportation networks.
optimize transportation
That's
networks,
nice.
create incredibly realistic
Virtual worlds.
virtual worlds for gaming
Yeah.
and simulation.
That's right.
So this isn't just about solving textbook problems. It's about AI pushing the boundaries of what's possible in design and problem solving
Exactly.
across all kinds of fields.
And it's not just Alpha Geometry 2 making waves in this area.
Okay.
There's another model called Limo
Okay.
that's achieving some amazing results in math with very little training data.
Okay, so break that down for me.
Sure.
Why is that a big deal, this
Yeah.
little training data?
So this is what we call few-shot learning.
Got it.
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Imagine teaching a child a new concept.
Yeah.
You don't need to give them thousands of examples for them to grasp it.
Right.
They can learn from just a few well-chosen examples.
Okay.
That's what few-shot learning is all about.
So Limo is showing us that we can create powerful AI systems without needing those mountains of data.
Precisely.
We always hear...
And that has implications for all sorts of applications where data is either scarce
Yeah.
or expensive to collect.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're also seeing updates to existing models, like OpenAI's O3 Mini,
Okay.
with something called chain of thought prompting.
Okay.
And this is helping to make AI's reasoning process more transparent.
Okay.
So imagine being able to see the steps
Wow.
an AI takes to reach a conclusion.
Yeah.
Almost like looking at a thought bubble.
Okay, so we're starting to get a glimpse into the mind of AI.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, if AI might be able to help us understand our own thinking better someday.
That's a fascinating thought.
Yeah.
But all this complex reasoning and data crunching
Yeah.
requires some serious horsepower.
It does.
And that brings us to the world of GPUs,
Okay.
the engines that power AI.
Right.
NVIDIA's new QOPT LP solver
Yeah.
is a real game changer.
Okay.
It's achieving a 5,000x speed increase over traditional CPU-based solutions.
5,000 times faster.
It's mind-boggling.
That's insane. So what does that kind of speed boost actually mean for people working with AI?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
Imagine you're working on a complex AI project that would normally take weeks or even months.
Oh, gosh.
to run on a regular computer.
Right.
With this kind of GPU acceleration,
Yeah.
you could potentially get results in hours or even minutes.
Wow.
It's like having a supercomputer
Yeah.
on your desk.
So we're talking about a massive leap in efficiency
Absolutely.
and accessibility
Yes.
for anyone who is developing AI applications.
Researchers, startups,
This is a game changer.
yeah, anyone working in the space.
Yeah.
And it's not just about raw speed either.
Okay.
There have also been these huge advancements in optimized CUDA kernels,
Okay.
which are essentially these bits of code that run on GPUs.
All right.
One example is the fused SwitchELU,
Okay.
which manages to achieve near-peak performance with less memory usage.
So it's like getting more bang for your buck, more power,
Exactly.
less energy consumption.
That's right.
And all this means that we could be running complex AI models on devices that we use every day.
Yeah, imagine your phone seamlessly running advanced AI applications.
That's wild.
That's the future
Yeah.
that we're moving towards.
It's coming.
And speaking of exciting new possibilities,
Yes.
let's dive into the world of AI agents.
AI agents.
These are tools that can act autonomously,
Okay.
carrying out tasks on your behalf.
So this is like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It's like having a personal AI assistant
Okay.
that's always learning and adapting to your needs.
Wow. So what kind of things can these AI agents actually do for us right now?
Well, we're seeing a surge in developer tools
Okay.
that make building these agents easier than ever.
Okay.
Resources like LangChain
Mm-hmm.
for JavaScript, OpenRouter's enhanced API features,
Okay.
and GitHub Copilot's new agent mode are really empowering developers to create some really innovative applications.
So give me some concrete examples. Like, how are these AI agents actually being used?
So think about tools that can automatically summarize documents or even YouTube videos.
Oh, wow.
Imagine being able to feed an AI agent a long research paper or a 2-hour lecture
Right.
and get a concise summary of the key points in minutes.
That would be a lifesaver for
Yeah.
anyone who has to
Yeah.
sift through mountains of information.
Absolutely.
What are some of the tools making this possible?
Tools like NotebookLM and Llama Index are kind of paving the way here,
Okay.
and we're really just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah, I bet.
With AI agents, these tools are really democratizing access to AI,
That's great.
allowing more people to harness its power.
It's incredible to think that we're at a point where anyone can potentially build and use AI tools. It's not just for tech giants anymore.
Exactly.
But let's be real. Building and deploying AI at scale involves a lot more than just flashy models and cool agents.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Right. There's a whole back-end infrastructure that makes it all work.
You're absolutely right.
So what's happening in the world of AI infrastructure that
Yeah.
we should be paying attention to?
Well, there are some interesting discussions happening around MCP server setups,
Okay.
Docker integrations for easier deployment,
Okay.
and even multi-agent workflows.
Wow.
It's all about making AI operations more efficient and transparent.
It sounds like there's a real push to make AI development more collaborative
Exactly.
and streamlined.
That's essential as AI becomes more integrated into every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that the systems we're building are robust,
Yeah,
scalable,
absolute.
and reliable.
But with all this incredible progress,
Yeah,
we need to address the very real concern of data security and privacy.
absolutely,
Especially given what we saw with
No.
DeepSeek's vulnerabilities earlier.
Yeah,
This is a crucial point.
no one wants to see their data compromised.
No.
And as AI systems become more sophisticated and interconnected,
Right.
the stakes get even higher.
They do. What steps can people take to protect their data in this evolving
Ah.
AI landscape?
Well, I think it all starts with awareness. You need to be aware of the potential risks
Yeah.
and take steps to mitigate them.
Okay.
Don't just assume that your data is safe because you're using a well-known platform
Sure.
or service.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Right.
Be cautious about what information you share.
Yeah.
And always use strong passwords and multi-factor authentication.
Great practical tips everyone can use. So we've seen how AI is impacting everything from how we solve problems to the tools that we use
Yeah,
and the very infrastructure that supports these advances.
for sure.
It's clear that AI is becoming more powerful and pervasive,
Mm-hmm.
which brings us to some important ethical considerations.
Absolutely.
As AI becomes more integrated into our lives,
Right.
we need to be mindful
Of its potential impact.
of its potential impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
There have been some recent developments in AI regulation, like The EU's decision to ban certain high-risk AI systems?
That's a pretty significant move.
It is. What kind of impact is this having on the AI landscape?
Well, it's definitely making waves.
Yeah.
These decisions are forcing companies worldwide to rethink their AI strategies, particularly those focused on open source.
It's a reminder that as AI evolves, so too must the legal and ethical frameworks that govern its development and use.
Absolutely.
There have also been some controversies, like the concerns raised about Meta's data practices.
Yeah,
It sparked a lot of debate about the ethical boundaries of AI research.
it has.
And what data is considered fair game for training these powerful models?
What data is okay to use?
Right.
What's off limits?
These are important discussions to have.
They are. As AI becomes more powerful, we need to be asking those tough questions
Yeah.
about how it's being developed, who controls it, and what values are being embedded in these systems.
It feels like we're navigating uncharted territory here, trying to balance the incredible potential of AI with the need to ensure its responsible development.
It's exactly where we are.
Yeah.
And these are questions that don't have easy answers.
Right.
It's going to require ongoing dialogue and collaboration between researchers,
Yeah.
policymakers,
Yeah.
and the public.
I agree. Well, that brings us to the end of part 1
Okay.
of our deep dive into AI. We've covered a lot of ground, from breakthroughs in open source models and AI agents
Yeah,
to the hardware and infrastructure that powers these advancements,
for sure.
and some of the ethical questions
It's a lot.
that we need to be thinking about.
It is. It's an incredibly dynamic field, and there's so much more to explore.
We'll be back in part 2 to delve even deeper into the world of AI research.
Okay, I'll see you then.
So be sure to join us then.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of AI.
It really has been a whirlwind tour so far.
It has?
We've seen so many incredible advancements,
There have been.
but I'm ready to go even deeper.
Okay, great.
In the last part, you mentioned this concept of iterative reasoning,
Yeah.
and it really piqued my curiosity.
It's an exciting...
Can you unpack that a bit more for me?
Absolutely. Iterative reasoning. It's one of the most exciting areas of AI research right now.
Okay.
It's all about AI's ability to learn from its mistakes
Okay.
and refine its approach over time.
So instead of AI just spitting out an answer,
Yeah.
it's more about a process of exploration,
Exactly.
refinement.
That's a great way to put it. These models can consider different options, test hypotheses, and adjust their strategies based on feedback.
That sounds incredibly powerful. What kind of impact could this have on how we use AI in the future?
Well, the possibilities are vast.
Okay.
Think about complex tasks like scientific discovery
Oh.
or financial modeling.
Okay.
Iterative reasoning could really revolutionize these fields by allowing AI to explore a wider range of possibilities
Yeah.
and come up with solutions we might never have considered on our own.
That's fascinating. It's almost like giving AI the ability to think outside the box, isn't it?
You could say that it's about moving beyond rigid algorithms and towards a more fluid and adaptable form of AI.
You also mentioned that there's a debate going on about the best way to achieve this kind of iterative reasoning in AI.
There is.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, there are two main contenders right now.
Okay.
Feedback architectures,
Yeah.
like recurrent neural networks,
Okay.
RNNs,
Okay.
and deep feed-forward models.
Okay, so what are RNNs?
Think of RNNs as having a built-in memory.
Okay.
They can process information sequentially, taking into account previous steps in a process. This makes them really well suited for tasks that require understanding context and temporal relationships,
Gotcha.
like language
Yeah.
translation or
Okay.
speech recognition.
So RNNs are kind of like AI with a sense of history,
Yeah.
allowing them to learn from past experiences.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
On the other hand, deep feed-forward models process information in a more straightforward, linear way.
Okay.
They're incredibly good at pattern recognition
Gotcha.
and can handle massive amounts of data, making them great for image classification
Okay.
or predicting future trends.
So each approach has its own strengths
Exactly.
and weaknesses. It makes you wonder if the ultimate solution might involve combining these different approaches in some way.
That's exactly what researchers are exploring,
Oh, wow.
looking for the best ways to combine and optimize these different architectures to create even more powerful and versatile AI systems.
It's amazing to think that we're essentially trying to reverse engineer intelligence itself.
It is. And it's not just about making AI smarter, it's also about making it more understandable.
You mean being able to understand how AI is making decisions? Isn't that kind of like trying to read someone's mind?
It's a challenge for sure,
Yeah,
but it's crucial if we want to trust these systems.
I agree.
The more we understand how AI works,
Right.
the better we can identify potential biases and ensure that it's being used responsibly.
Makes sense.
We also need to be able to compare different models
Okay.
and evaluate their performance.
So how do you measure something as complex as AI model similarity
Right.
or oversight? It seems like you would need a whole new set of tools.
You're absolutely right. It's one of the biggest challenges in AI research right now.
Yeah.
We need to develop robust metrics that can accurately assess how similar or different models are
Right.
and how well they generalize to new situations.
It's almost like trying to judge a piece of art.
Yeah.
There's no single right answer,
There's not.
but you know it when you see it.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
We're dealing with complex systems that are constantly evolving, so we need to be creative in how we approach evaluation and oversight.
Well, let's shift gears for a moment
Aye.
and talk about something that we touched on earlier, low data and few-shot learning.
Right.
I'm still amazed by the idea that we might not need massive data sets to train powerful AI models in the future. It feels like a real paradigm shift.
It is a game changer. Imagine the possibilities this opens up for fields where data is scarce or expensive to collect.
I know, right?
Think about rare diseases or personalized medicine.
Yeah.
With low data learning, we could develop AI models that can diagnose and treat these conditions, even if we only have a handful of patient cases to work with.
That's incredible. It makes
Yeah.
you wonder what other barriers might fall
Right.
as this technology develops.
It's a really exciting area of research.
So what's driving this progress in low data learning? What are the key breakthroughs that are making this possible?
Well, one factor is the development of new algorithms that are
Mhm.
specifically designed to learn from limited data. These algorithms are much more efficient at extracting meaningful insights from smaller data sets.
Makes sense.
Another key factor is the increasing use of transfer learning.
Transfer learning. Okay.
Imagine you've taught an AI to recognize cats in images.
Okay, yeah.
With transfer learning, you can take that knowledge and apply it to a new task, like recognizing dogs.
Oh, okay.
The AI doesn't have to start from scratch,
Gotcha.
which makes learning much faster and more efficient.
So it's almost like AI is learning to learn more effectively.
Exactly. And as these techniques continue to improve, we can expect to see even more impressive results with low data learning in the years to come.
That's really cool.
It's an area that has the potential to democratize access to AI, making it available to a much wider range of people and organizations.
It's really exciting to see how AI is evolving from something that required massive resources
true.
and expertise to something that's becoming more accessible and adaptable. But I'm also curious about how these advancements are actually being used in the real world. Are there any specific examples of how low data learning or iterative reasoning are making a difference right now?
Absolutely. One of the most promising areas is AI-powered automation.
Oh,
We're seeing AI agents being used to automate all sorts of tasks,
okay.
from customer service to data analysis.
So those sci-fi dreams of having robots do our chores are actually coming true.
Well, not quite yet,
Okay.
but we're getting closer.
Okay.
Think about tools like robotic process automation, or RPA,
Okay.
which can automate repetitive tasks in businesses, freeing up humans to focus on more creative and strategic work.
So AI is becoming our new coworker,
That's a great way to think about it.
helping us to be more efficient and productive.
AI can handle the tedious tasks,
Mhm.
allowing us to focus on the things that require human ingenuity and creativity.
It's a powerful reminder that AI isn't necessarily about replacing humans,
Right.
but rather augmenting our abilities
Augmenting. That's a good word.
and helping us to achieve more than we ever could on our own.
Precisely. And this collaboration between humans and AI is already happening in many industries.
Where are we seeing it?
In healthcare, AI is being used to analyze medical images and assist doctors with diagnoses.
Oh, wow.
In finance, AI is helping to detect fraud and make investment recommendations. The possibilities are truly endless.
It sounds like AI is already having a profound impact
It is.
on the way we work and live.
It's changing everything.
But as AI becomes more integrated into our lives,
Yes.
it's important to remember that it's a tool.
It is.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
We need to be thoughtful about how we develop and deploy AI,
Yeah.
ensuring that it's aligned with our values
Right.
and used in ways that benefit society as a whole.
So it's not just about the technological advancements themselves.
It's not.
It's about the ethical considerations that come along with them.
Absolutely, as AI becomes more powerful.
Right.
We need to be asking ourselves some tough questions. How do we ensure that AI is used fairly and equitably?
Right.
How do we prevent unintended consequences?
These are big questions.
They are. How do we ensure that humans remain in control?
These are questions that will require ongoing dialogue and collaboration between researchers,
They will.
policymakers, and the public.
Exactly. We need to have a conversation about what kind of future we want to create with AI and what role it will play in our lives.
Well, that brings us to the end of part 2 of our AI deep dive.
Okay.
We've explored the fascinating world of iterative reasoning, delved into the potential of low data learning, and touched upon the growing role of AI in the workplace.
A lot of really interesting topics.
But our journey isn't over yet.
It's not.
Welcome back to the final part of our AI deep dive. I have to say, after exploring all these incredible advancements, my mind is buzzing.
It is a lot to take in.
It is.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have.
But there's still so much more to uncover.
Before we jump into those new territories, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
The amazing spirit of collaboration
Yes.
in the AI community.
Yeah.
It really struck me how open and supportive
It's true.
this field seems to be.
It is one of the things that makes it so unique. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just about competition.
Right.
It's about working together
Yeah.
to push the boundaries
Wow.
of what's possible.
And that's so important.
It is.
People are constantly sharing ideas,
Code.
code, and resources,
Yeah, resources
which just helps accelerate progress.
for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
It really does.
It's like a global brain trust,
Yeah.
all focused on
Absolutely.
making AI better
Yeah.
and more beneficial for humanity.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And, you know, that shared sense of purpose creates a real sense of camaraderie.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, people are genuinely excited
That's cool.
to see each other succeed.
It's inspiring to see that kind of collaborative spirit, especially in a field that's advancing so rapidly.
It is.
But with all this progress,
Yeah.
it's also important to be aware
Of course.
of the potential downsides.
There are always potential downsides.
We've talked about data security and privacy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also curious about the potential for job displacement.
Yeah.
A lot of people are worried that AI will automate their jobs
Here-
and leave them unemployed.
I understand those concerns.
Yeah.
You know, it's natural to feel anxious
Yeah.
when you see machines doing things that were once thought to be exclusively human capabilities.
Right.
But I believe that AI, rather than taking jobs away, will actually create new opportunities
Okay.
and change the nature of work as we know it.
So instead of replacing humans,
Yeah.
it's more about AI augmenting our ability
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
and helping us to be more efficient and productive.
Precisely.
So it's not about human versus machines.
It's not a competition.
Right.
It's about humans and machines working together.
Yeah. To achieve more.
To achieve more than we ever could alone.
That's the future I see.
Yeah.
A future where humans and AI collaborate to solve some of the world's most pressing problems and create a better future for everyone.
That's a hopeful vision.
It is.
It makes me think about the importance of education and training.
Right.
What skills will people need to thrive in this future where AI is an integral part of the workplace?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
We need to focus on developing skills that complement AI,
Okay.
like complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity,
Those are good ones.
and emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
These are skills that machines are still far from mastering.
So it's not just about learning to code.
No.
It's about developing those uniquely human abilities
Exactly.
that will always be valuable even in a world where AI is increasingly sophisticated.
We need to adapt our education systems to prepare the next generation for a world where AI is a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but a tool that needs human guidance and ingenuity to be used effectively and ethically. Speaking of ethics, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the philosophical implications of AI.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean for a machine to be intelligent?
Well, that's a question that philosophers have been grappling with for centuries, and there's no easy answer.
Yeah.
True intelligence involves more than just processing information or mimicking human conversation.
Right.
It involves things like consciousness, self-awareness, and the ability to understand and respond to emotions.
Yeah.
Qualities that we haven't even begun to replicate in machines.
So while AI has made incredible progress,
It has.
we're still a long way from creating machines that are truly intelligent.
In the way that humans are, yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be asking these questions and exploring the ethical implications of AI development
Right.
as AI becomes more powerful.
Yeah.
We need to be mindful
Of the risks.
of the potential risks
Yeah.
and ensure that we're developing these technologies responsibly and ethically.
So what's next for AI?
Well,
What are the most exciting developments you're seeing?
that's a great question.
On the horizon.
One area that I'm particularly excited about is personalized medicine.
Personalized medicine. Okay.
AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare by tailoring treatments to each individual's unique genetic makeup and
Wow.
lifestyle.
That's incredible. It's like having a doctor who knows you inside and out.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
AI can analyze vast amounts of medical data to identify patterns and predict health risks,
Okay.
allowing doctors to provide more personalized and effective care.
It sounds like AI could help us live longer,
It could.
healthier lives.
It could.
Are there any other areas where you see AI making a big impact in the near future?
Well, AI is already transforming fields like transportation, manufacturing, and energy.
Okay.
We're seeing self-driving cars becoming more common in
Yeah.
factories, becoming more automated, and AI being used to optimize energy consumption and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels.
The possibilities seem endless.
They do.
It's both exhilarating and a little bit daunting to think about how AI will continue to reshape our world.
It is a time of great change and opportunity,
Yeah.
but also a time for careful consideration.
Yeah.
We need to approach AI development with both enthusiasm and caution,
Right.
ensuring that these powerful technologies are used to benefit all of humanity.
That's a perfect note to end on.
I think so too.
As we've explored in this deep dive, AI is transforming the world.
In really profound ways.
In profound ways, yeah.
It really is.
It's up to all of us to engage in the conversation about how we want to shape this future and ensure that AI is used to create a better world
For everyone.
for everyone.
Absolutely.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of AI.
Okay.
I hope you've enjoyed this exploration as much as I have.
It's been a pleasure
It has been fun.
sharing these insights with you.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a fascinating topic.
Great.
Until then, keep exploring and keep learning.